Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about what Royal Caribbean ship is best for you. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, Johnny from Bite Size Cruises. Today we're going to look at what Royal Caribbean ship is going to be best for you. We're going to do it by class, by ship, and we're going to talk about who might be best for each of those ships. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the Vision class of ships. They're the oldest class currently. They were built between 1996 and 1998. They hold anywhere from 2,400 to 2,700 passengers. And as we grow and go up in classes, I'll tell you the differences between the classes of ships. So we're going to talk about where each of these ships is right now, where it's going over the next year, and that's going to help a little bit. So, of course, the Vision class, they're going to be the smallest class of ships for Royal Caribbean right now. Right there with the Radiance class, but here's what they have. They have solariums on them. They have rock climbing. They have miniature golf courses. They have outdoor movies, and they have standard production shows. To me, these are really good ships to build a destination around, which is what we're going to see, right? This isn't a bells and whistles where the ship is the destination. These are great ships. You're going to see a lot of fun things. We were on Enchantment, which is part of this class this year, and we loved it. We had a great time. We were on an 8-day trip. So what there's not is a whole lot of bells and whistles. There's not a whole lot of specialty dining. There's a few restaurants on each ship, but let's talk about where they're at. Grandeur of the Seas is going to be in Tampa, and that's going to the Caribbean. It's then going to go to Miami for a little bit, and then back to Tampa over the next year or so. And it's going to do those small Caribbean trips from Tampa or Miami. Tampa's a small cruise port, so it's going to be mostly small ships there. So if you are in the Tampa area and you're trying to get to the Caribbean without having to fly, this is going to be a great choice for you. Again, it's a small ship, so maybe if you're a little bit older, have some mobility issues, and you don't want one of those giant cruise ships, this is a great choice for you as well. Rhapsody of the Seas. This one's going to be in the Greek Isles currently, and then South America. Remember, when we talked about this class of ship, we talked about the destination and the itinerary being more important than the ship and all the bells and whistles. Perfect example here. We're going to go see the Greek Isles, and then we're going to head down to South America to see Colombia and all of those fun spots down there. Next up is Enchantment. It is in the Mediterranean, again, destination-based. And then Tampa to the Caribbean over the next year and a half. That gives us another small ship in Tampa. Enchantment's a little bit bigger than Grandeur, which is going to be there because remember, Enchantment was extended. They put that little middle section in there with the little bridge to give it a little more room. We loved Enchantment. We had a great time on it. Is it an old ship? Yes. But there are still great things to do. It's got the really fun atrium there that's high where they do the balloon drop, with the egg drop, which we loved. And they do have a few specialty dining restaurants on there. And you can do Chef's Table, which we did, and it was great. Chops is on there as well. Then Vision of the Seas. Again, Baltimore, small port. And it's doing Bermuda and Canada. So if you really want to get to Bermuda, those 3 days in Bermuda, you don't need a great ship for that. And those beautiful fall Canada trips where you have amazing destinations. Also, Baltimore, easy driving cruise port, easy to park. You're more concerned about where you're going than what the ship is. Gives you a lot of options there. So let's move on to the Radiance Class. Radiance Class was built between 2001 and 2004. Also holds between 2,400 and 2,700 people. They're about the same size as the Vision class, just slightly different. They do have the solariums as well. They do the outdoor movies, the shows. They are the first ships that had these self-leveling pool tables for the sea, which is really nice. So let's talk about it. These ships are, again, smaller ships in the Royal Caribbean fleet, older ships focused on destination and itinerary. Radiance in Alaska, then going to Tampa and doing those Bahama and Caribbean. So if you would like to hit Alaska, again, port heavy, Tampa, going to be smaller ships in that port. easy to drive to from Tampa. It's a great option for you. Brilliance of the Seas. We were just on that. Beautiful ship, older ship. Again, not a ton of bells and whistles. Alaska currently, then Australia, New Zealand. Great destinations, less kids. Serenade, Tampa. Small ship, small port. Caribbean and Key West. This is going to be a little bit of an older crowd here, which is great. And then it's going to do Boston to Canada and then all over the place on the world cruise. This is the ship that's going to be doing the ultimate journey. So it's going to be heading all over the world. Great ship to do that on. It's a small ship, few specialty dining restaurants. You can hit these amazing destinations. Jewel of the Seas, Iceland, Amsterdam, transatlantic from New York and Quebec, from New York to San Juan, the Caribbean, Cyprus, Greek islands, and then eventually out 18 months or so, it's going to be doing Galveston to the Caribbean. So Jewel is another great ship. It's good. They're all the same, right? They're going to be very small, few specialty dining options, more adult driven, I would say, older crowd, focused on destinations and itineraries. These are also not to say that kids won't have a good time on these ships or they don't have good kids programs. I'm just giving you the higher big picture view of who these ships are best for. So next up is going to be the Voyager class, built between 1999 and 2003. A lot of these ships have been upgraded or amplified. So Voyager and Navigator specifically and Mariner have been amplified. So they're amped. These hold between 4,000 and 4,300. These were like the first of those grand ships that hit that. They're also the first class of ships with the Royal Promenade. So you're going to get the Promenade. You're going to get Playmakers. You're going to get the Perfect Storm slides. You're going to get the Bamboo Room, Laser Tag, Escape Rooms, Ice Skating, the Ice Shows, Shopping, and the Flow Rider. Now we're heading into territory of great value ships. Want to go on a great value vacation with your family? This is the class to focus on to get the best deal. Still a little bit smaller than some of the huge ships, but there are enough bells and whistles that I think families love these ships. I've been on Explorer twice. I've been on Adventure twice. I'm going on Mariner in a few weeks. I'm really excited about that. So let's talk about where these ships are and where they're going. Voyager, Galveston. It's there. To the Caribbean, doing great, alternating Eastern, Western, doing some perfect day cruises. Explorer currently is in the Mediterranean. It's going to be coming back and doing Miami to the Caribbean and perfect day. Adventure, Fort Lauderdale to the Caribbean and perfect day. Then it's going to slide up to Port Canaveral and do the same. Navigator is your only Royal Caribbean choice if you're on the West Coast. That's leaving out of LA and doing those Mexican itineraries where you go to Ensenada, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta. Those. And then Mariner, of course, I'll be on in a few weeks, which is doing Port Canaveral, Caribbean, and perfect day. Mine's an 8-day trip to the Caribbean, Nassau, and perfect day. And then it's going to move to Galveston in a little bit. Galveston's getting super popular here with Royal Caribbean as they have their brand new terminal there. And that's going to be doing Caribbean journeys there. So if you're in Texas and don't mind driving a few hours from wherever you're at, if it's not Galveston, then you can head on that. Again, this is a great option for families. It's a great option for most people. If you want a little bit of an elevated, adventure where you're going to get some bells and whistles on the ship with the promenade and the ice skating and all of that. Playmakers, you're going to get a little more specialty dining than you're getting on all the other ones. For instance, Mariner's got Izumi, it has Chops, it's got Jamie's. So you got a bunch of different options there for those things. And we're getting into those more family kind of destinations as the ship. Freedom Class. So Freedom Class built between 2006 and 2008. Freedom and Independence have been amped. They hold between 4,500 and 5,000 people. These ships are specifically doing weekend and 3 to 4 day cruises, some 5. So this is the kind of class that does those little different cruises to different destinations. Freedom's doing 3 and 4 day from Miami to the Bahamas in perfect day. If you are interested in a good party, if you live in the Miami area, if you're an industry worker and you want to jump on a quick 3 or 4 day party hard cruise, that's the ship for you. Remember, these are going to have all the things that we talked about previously. We got our promenades, we got fish and ships on this. These are the first iterations where we got the British pub, we got ice skating, we got Broadway musicals for the first time, right as we level up here to Freedom, and we have Sugar Beach. So again, Freedom 3 and 4 day to the Miami to Bahamas, a perfect day out of Miami. Liberty right now is up near us in Bayonne. It's doing Bermuda cruises right now, 5-day Bermuda cruises. Then it's going to do Canada cruises for the fall foliage, and then it's going to head back down to Fort Lauderdale to do Bahamas and perfect day cruises, 3 and 4 day cruises, and then come back up to New Jersey next year. Independence, Port Canaveral option to do your 3 and 4 day Bahamas and perfect day, and then it's going to move down to Miami for 4 and 5 day Caribbeans. Again, these are ones where their destination can be the ship. There's tons of things to do, tons of things for kids and adults, and a good party atmosphere if you're looking for a quick 3 or 4 day cruise. Remember, the shorter the cruise, the more kind of the younger crowd, more of a party crowd. The longer the cruise, the older the crowd. Just based on demographics, it's harder for younger people to get 20 days off from work in a row. So next up is my favorite class of ships, which is the Oasis Class, built from 2009 all the way up here to 2024, 6,600 to 7,000 passengers. Unbelievable. Let's talk about the ships. This is where you have neighborhoods introduced for the first time. You have Aqua Theater. You have Central Park, which is one of your neighborhoods. You have real Broadway shows, again, same as the Freedom Class. You have 2 flow riders. You have the Boardwalk, which is one of your neighborhoods, which has a carousel in it. You have the Entertainment Zone, which is one of your neighborhoods, which has ice skating in it. Again, we talked about the Aqua Theater. Just amazing things to see and do. The Oasis Class is a ship where I could get on that ship for 7 days and not care if we went to a port. If we just took a little cruise to perfect day and came back in 7 days, I'd be completely fine with it. You got Oasis, which is amped. That goes right now from New Jersey, very expensively, to the Bahamas, and then it's going to move down to Florida and then do the Mediterranean as well. The Florida, it's going to do Caribbean cruises and then over to Italy, France and Spain and the like. Allure, which is your big ship in Galveston at the moment, and then that is doing Caribbean and Bahamas, and then it's going to shift over to Port Canaveral and do those. Harmony, Caribbean from Florida right now, then it's going to slide over to Galveston to do those Caribbean and perfect day cruises. Symphony currently is in the Mediterranean. It's then going to slide over to Florida to do Caribbeans. And then in 2024, coming back up here, it's actually coming up here for the first time to Bayonne, Cape Liberty here to do Bahamas and perfect day cruises in 2024. So that is going to be your Oasis Class ship up here in New Jersey. Those are getting expensive already. We have Wonder doing 6, 7, and 8 day Eastern and Western perfect day in Caribbean cruises out of Florida. And then next year, the debut of Utopia. Utopia, the first Oasis Class ship doing 3 and 4 day Bahamas and perfect day cruises out of Florida. There's no 7-day cruises. You could do a 3 and 4 together, which is what we did. The Oasis Class ships are truly for everyone. This is the huge family vacation. You have all the bells and whistles. You have all the specialty dining of Izumi. You have Hibachi. Some of the ships have Wonderland, Giovanni's or Jamie's. You have 150 Central Park. You have Chops. You have Hooked on some of these ships. You have escape rooms, all of the Aqua Theater shows, all of these amazing things to do. Each one has a different Broadway show with the exception of Wonder. And all of these fun things that are going on. You have Central Park with 12,000 live plants. Just incredible things that you will, to me, it's one of the ships you get on and you say, I can't believe all of these things are on a cruise ship. That is your Oasis Class. really for anyone, but family specific, I would say, is great, or even groups. I think it would be great for. Next up is the Quantum Class. These hold about 4,900 employees, 4,900 passengers. So we have 3 ships in this class. We have Quantum, Anthem, and Ovation. Quantum, spending all of its time in Alaska and Australia. Anthem, Spain, the fjords, the Canary Islands from Southampton. Then it comes back over here to New York to do that Bahamas and Perfect Day. And then Ovation is Alaska, South Pacific, and Australia, New Zealand. This ship is amazing for families. So you have the North Star 270, which is the whole back of the ship, which is like a lounge during the day. And in this amazing robotic entertainment place at night, you have the Seaplex, which is your first indoor kids area and adult area, really. But they have bumper cars. You have pickleball, all of the fun things, arcade games, console games, foosball, roller skating, amazing, and all indoors, basketball as well. This is the first class that introduced loft suites. They are on the Oasis class as well. And then you have the 2-story music hall, which I love, also on the Oasis class ships, but I particularly love the music hall on the Quantum class. I love that venue. I think it's great. And again, this class of ship is very specifically, I think, for families. This is a great ship for families. So much stuff for kids and adults to do. There is a Flow Rider as well. And remember Ripcord, which is your simulator for skydiving. All of that stuff is amazing and so much fun. And then we have 2 more classes of ships. We have the Quantum Ultra class ship, which was built from 2019 to 2021. 54 to 5,600 guests. Odyssey, Spectrum. Odyssey is right now doing the Greek Isles, Holy Land, and then it's going to be doing Caribbean. And then in late 2024, it comes up to New York to replace the Anthem, and that's going to be the Bahamas and Perfect Day cruises. Spectrum is strictly over there in the Asian market. This class of ship has everything that the Quantum class has. They have a virtual adventure zone, which is new, a splashaway bay, and these have Playmakers, and Playmakers is above the Seaplex, which I think is the best spot for it. It's great. Those are a great class of ship for families and adults. And of course, if you want to see amazing things over in Asia, it's the only offering right now over in that market. Last but not least, the ultimate family ship, the Icon of the Seas. Kind of a real kind of step up from the Oasis class. Excuse me, adding another neighborhood and doing 7-day Eastern and Western Caribbean and Perfect Day cruises. Icon's going to give you the Category 6 water park with more slides than you've ever seen on a cruise ship before. It's going to give you Swim and Tonic, which is the new swim up pool bar. There's more pools and more water on this ship than any other cruise ship that's ever been built. The Hideaway, which is a suspended infinity pool on the back of the ship where the zip line and all of that used to be. And just amazing. It's got a whole kids neighborhood down there on the boardwalk now, which is called Surfside, where you're going to have kids and family food offerings, play areas. It's where Adventure Ocean is now. A brand new Royal Promenade that has outside views, all kinds of crazy dining, all of your options that you could possibly want. And of course, Icon is the ultimate family vacation. Check all of these out. If you have any questions about the ships, feel free to comment below. Let us know what your favorite class and your favorite ship is, and what are you most looking forward to on your next Royal Caribbean cruise. Thanks so much, everyone. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. We put out a brand new video every day about cruising, planning a cruise, tips and tricks, and what cruise ship would be best for you. Tomorrow we'll be doing Norwegian. Thanks so much. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.